Adesh
Adi.
Guruji, Adesh Maharaji Shanat Agori Baba.
So nice to be here, Heather. Thank you for inviting me to your nice, lovely place. Yeah, it's full of light. I can feel good here. And I'm so inspired also here today, especially because we are going to talk about the reality. What is real and what is not real.
Yes, you want to do a series on the art of dying with Gorakpa.
Very true.
And I'm curious why you choose to call him Gorakpa rather than Gorakhnath.
Yeah, this is very, very interesting question because as I told you, like we are going to talk about the reality. So I'm going to focus on this also a little bit. That is why I always refer Gorakhnath as Gorakpa. Right? Now, it has a very, very long, we can talk about this topic and it can be very long, but I just want to summarize it a bit. Now, why I call him Gorakpa is that he is originally, or he was originally known as Gorakpa, you see. And he belongs to the lineage of the Pa lineage, right? That is Tilopa, right? Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa. So all these Siddhas, right? The 84 Siddhas, and they are all Vajrayana Siddhas. They're regarded as the Vajrayana true Siddhas, the Mahasiddhas, the 84, the real ones. And so in this, when we check the list of the Siddhas, then we can find that mention of Gorakpa, right, with the Siddhas. And then the mention of his Guru, that is Minpa. He's known as also Pa, So why Pa? Why there is Tilopa? Where there's Marpa, Milaripa, why there is the lineage of Papa? Simple, because it just simply means, when I say Gorakpa, that means the holy, spiritual charan, the foot of Gorakh. Yeah. That is my respect for Gorakh. Right. So I am just the dust on the foot, on his feet, So that is my worship. That's my devotion to Gorakpa. So I worship his feet. That's why I always refer to him as Gorakpa. Like Tilopa, I worship his feet too. Right? So that's why Pa meaning Pada, Pad meaning foot. Very simple. Right?
Yeah.
So that's one reason. And another very strong reason, let's become rational, right? And the rational reason is, you see, about Mahasindra, whom I refer as Minpa, okay? Since he comes from a Vajrayana lineage of the 84 Siddhas, right? And he is someone who has Buddhistic reality. Especially this we can see in Nepal, right? We can see this right here in Kathmandu, in Lalitpur, in Bhaktapur, right? And why still people celebrate, this great hero, this great saint, right? They honor him so much by building such beautiful chariots.
Rato Majendranath?
Yes, Seto Majendranath, right? This is honoring them. They're honoring Majendranath, actually Minpa, right? Whom the locals here, right? The indigenous, I'm talking about people who live in this valley, have been referring to him as Karunamai, Lokeshwara. So beautiful names.
Bodhisattva.
Yes, Bodhisattva, right? So this truth, I feel sad because it has been molded, twisted around somehow, but there's history to that also, right? We have talked about that also many times, but we can come to that later on. But this is what this is, right? So Gorakhnath being the chela of this great saint, right? Karunamai. And you can see his wonders, his miracles, right? What he has done for people. A real bodhisattva, right? Providing food, shelter, right? Happiness for people. A real bodhisattva. And then how can the chela of a bodhisattva, Gorakpa, be a Hindu? This I don't understand.
Because the roots and the lineage go back to Vajrayana.
The roots are going
and
to
are Buddhist.
Vajrayana.
Yeah.
We can see it here. The truth is in what they say, plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see this in this valley, right?
Yeah.
And you can walk around the valley anywhere, you visit all these ancient temples and monasteries that are all around, and you will always have a Buddhist reflection there. Yeah. So why is this? That's my question, and it's for everyone to research and everyone to find out.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is a reality.
Okay. Gorakpa.
Gorakpa.
And Gorakpa wrote many texts